Hello, thank you for joining me. It's Wednesday, the 27th of September. I have a 2-card tarot reading for you. I'm using the Muse Tarot, which are a very creative pack of cards. And there's some quite funky people in these. So let's see who comes out to say hello and what message they've got. Right, 1. Okay, and 2. Right. So I chuckled to myself there because we have the wheel. We had the wheel of fortune with the crystal tarot a couple of days ago that I used. But I was laughing because I was about to say that the moon kind of came out a bit early for this lovely full moon, and we're obviously building up to it this week. And we can almost see it here, can't we? The different cycles of that moon. How do you feel when the moon's kind of approaching a full moon? Are you kind of looking at it and willing it to, to get bigger and fuller and be in its sort of full glory up in the sky? I feel like the moon cycles are very like this wheel card. You know, sometimes we feel like, sometimes we feel up and at our best, and sometimes we kind of want to hide away. That's okay though, isn't it? That's life. We've got the 6 of materials here as well. And I love, it's the same lady, obviously, either side of this card. But I just feel, I want to say that's like a kindred spirit or a soul connection in some way. And I feel this card here is coming in with a message of kind of reaching out and having kind of like-minded people maybe helping you in some way. I do love the beauty of these cards. I do love the roses. I do think they're a very cheerful message. And sometimes when we see the materials cards, which are a bit like the pentacle cards normally, we get this kind of grounded energy, which is, all to do with the earth and that kind of slow pace of life. And it can be a bit frustrating, but these cards with the firstly being called materials, so it almost like our material wealth, or what we get out of all our efforts. But seeing these flowers reminds us why we work hard in our garden in the first place, to reap the benefits and see the joy of what we've created, what we've grown, what we've worked on. Okay, so I feel putting these 2 cards together, we've got this wheel where sometimes we don't really feel like we're getting anywhere. Sometimes we feel like we're absolutely great and everything's brilliant and everything's aligned and everything's working in our favour. And sometimes I kind of feel like that is just the cycles of life that we have to work with. Doesn't always want to go our way, does it? But we are always making progress and always moving in the same direction, even if we don't really feel like we are. Okay, so thinking about roses, sometimes you're sitting and it's beautiful summer's day and you've got the roses there, smelling them, and it's lovely. And sometimes it's a soggy old day in November or February and you're cutting them back to nothing and trying to start all over again. And I kind of feel like that's the message of this wheel as well. Look at the people that are accompanying this card. I haven't really talked about those too much, but there's this one that's sitting on top. This one's kind of got her legs up in a sort of restorative pose, really. I feel that's a bit of a yoga move there. And these 2, I don't think they know what they're doing, do they? So I kind of get this feeling that this is just life. This is what we have to navigate. But there seems like an extra message here with these 2 people facing each other doing a beautiful dance, and all that light radiating from that rose in the middle between them, and the fact that their dresses are made out of roses. I kind of feel like that's how you feel when you find the people that you're meant to be with in your life. Now, that can be a relationship, that can be a work thing, that can be just finding people that you can talk to. Finally, somebody gets me, that kind of feeling. And that might even just be like an online friendship that you've made. Or, somebody that you FaceTime, but you never actually get a chance to see in person. It's just, we're all connected. We don't have to be right next to each other, joined at the hip, to make those wonderful connections that are good for our growth and good for our spirit. So, you know, the message here, I think, is we're never really on our own. When we're in the place we're meant to be, there are always people there to help us, and always people like us in whatever guise you want to take that. You know, you are unique, but there are people like you. Yeah, so that's a really positive thing. Going out there, finding the people, the like-minded people that nurture your soul. And I think that this is, again, another reminder with that Wheel of Fortune, that this is a collective message, and everyone's going to feel like they're somewhere on that wheel, somewhere on that moon cycle, you know, and that's okay. We're all on the same rock, aren't we? Revolving around the sun, watching the moon from wherever we are in the world. So again, I just feel that's that idea that we are just not on our own, and that we can connect in ways that we perhaps didn't realise before, and yeah, just helps us make sense of everything. I hope that made sense, actually. I feel like I was waffling at the end there, but you know what? That means something to someone. I'm sure someone out there got that message and needed to hear it. So please do like and subscribe to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I am here every day with a message for you. So I'll be back again tomorrow with another one, and I really do hope that you can join me then. All right, bye for now.